Recording started? Yes. So, morning everyone. Starting a little late. There was a hiccup in the morning as usual. But, it's just hard to pull off a hybrid conference. So, thank you all for coming. It's great to see the room is full almost. So, my name is Nilesh. I'm one of the general chairs of SPCOM. Along with me here is Rahul. So Rahul is the other general chair. So I'm a faculty here in the EC department in IISc. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I'd like to welcome you to the 14th edition of SPCOM, the IEEE International Conference on Signal Processing and Communications. We hope that you enjoy the conference and also the beautiful campus of IISc. TPC, our Technical Program Committee, has put together a really action-packed technical program. There are lots of things happening today, tomorrow, and day after. You have 3 busy days ahead of you. I hope you make the best use of them. There are many talks, there's a forum, and so on and so forth. I'll tell you about them more. And we do hope that the conference gives you what you're looking for as far as the research goes. So just some words I'd like to say. This year is special. It marks the 75th anniversary of the formation of the EC department at IISc. So yesterday we had a special alumni event. Some of you I saw there. About 100 alumni participated. And this year we also started a new technical program, technical symposium actually, called SPEED in the area of high frequency circuits and systems. So we had 2 days of sessions on Monday and Tuesday. So I do hope that this symposium grows in the years to come. Now, in this edition of SPCOM, to give you an overview, we have 3 plenary talks, 8 tutorials, 21 invited talks, and close to 100 contributed papers. We've had a record number of submissions and also a record number of accepted papers this year. Given the pandemic and the uncertainties, when we started off in the conference, we basically decided to go for a hybrid event. So we're live streaming all the talks, including this plenary, on a Zoom portal that our volunteers have created. And so also all the contributed paper talks are going to be streamed live. So we've been able to accommodate requests from many authors who basically said at the last minute that they want to go virtual because they're down with COVID. So that's a good thing about this hybrid event. So it's a lot of work for the volunteers. Now, this hybrid event has created its set of challenges and we've had hiccups. So do bear with us if you face any difficulties. And if you face any difficulties, please let us know and we'll fix it. There's a help desk in the EC foyer. Do let us know and we'll take care of it. Now, a couple of things I do want to emphasize. First is that every attendee of the conference can access almost all talks, pre-recorded videos of all the contributed talks from the SPCOM website. You just have to go to the website. It's intuitive. You can access all of them, including, of course, the papers. The conference proceedings are also available on the site. We've sent the password by broadcast, and it's also displayed in many places. So do check out the website. It's being updated constantly. There's a lot of information about the daily talks, the events, and also local arrangements. We also have a daily highlight session. There's about 16-hour delay as of now in updating it, but the delay is going to shrink out. So you might even find your photograph there. So please check it out. And just one comment I want to make. The volunteers have put in an extraordinary amount of effort to pull this off. On Monday, for example, Monday night, we all decided to switch from a portal we had paid a lot of money for, called Town Hall. And now we've switched over to our entire Zoom platform. And I think things have been much smoother after that. So I really want to thank the student volunteers. It's been a lot of work. So Monday night, we decided to take the plunge. And this literally in about 12 hours. It's a ridiculously short timeline. Thank you. And I think things were a lot smoother yesterday, and hopefully it's going to get smoother further also. Now, a couple of special events I want to draw your attention to. We have a graduation day forum today afternoon. Selected senior graduate students from India will present their work. Please do attend it. There's also a CXO panel discussion tomorrow evening on SPCOM's research focus and how it meets societal needs. There's a group photo today evening at 5:30, rain billing. Please do come. It'll be somewhere in front of EC. The photographer decides. And it will be followed by the best student paper contest. And there's a conference banquet dinner tomorrow night in the lawns of the main guest house. Yesterday night, when I checked the probability of rain, it was 7%. The number is very different now. I'm not going to talk about it. So now all events except the plenary talks will be in EC. Plenary talks will have to migrate here. Please bear with us. This is the only hall that can take so many of us in. So do study a little bit in the morning after the coffee break, so that you can make your way to this faculty hall on time, and then from here to the main guest house for your lunch. Feel free to use the Transvahan e-rickshaws we have. They're plying between EC, main guest house, the Centenary Visitors House, the main gate, and the D gate. They're available morning to evening, all days of the conference. Feel free to hop on or just walk. There are only 2 of them. Okay, so you decide. And I'd like to close, but I'll say a few things before I do. So one is, this conference is a culmination of efforts that have spanned several months. Putting it together has been no small task. It's been an extremely accelerated timeline. Ideally, one should have done this not in 7 to 8 months, but perhaps a year. So I'm really grateful to the TPC chairs, the invited talks chairs, the reviewers, the tutorial plenary chairs, finance chair, publications chair, publicity chairs, website chair. Thank you for bearing with us, for putting up with the general chair who pushed you so hard. Thank you very much. And thanks to the student volunteers, there are about 40 of them. You can easily identify us based on our t-shirts and our badges, and also the ECE staff. They've paid a lot of attention to detail. So I hope you will have a very nice day here. I'd also like to thank the IEEE ComSoc Bangalore chapter for their support of SPCOM. Thanks to them, the IEEE sponsorship happened very smoothly and quickly. And also the CXO panel is being organized thanks to their efforts. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for their support. We do need it. And again, like I said, approach us if you have any questions or need to get something done. There is a help desk that's there to help you out. Let me close by thanking all of you, the conference participants, for your participation. This is why we do the conference at the end of the day. It's you. So I do hope that you have a productive and memorable SPCOM. And lastly, please do mask up, not like me. I will wear a mask soon, and take precautions. COVID cases are on the rise and we need to be careful. Thank you and welcome. Now, Gana, can you please come to the stage? So the next message is from Gana on behalf of the IEEE ComSoc Bangalore chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Nilesh. Yeah, a warm welcome to each and everyone here on behalf of IEEE ComSoc Bangalore as well as IEEE Bangalore section. I'll be preaching to the choir if I talk about IEEE or IEEE activities here for this audience. So I'll make it very brief. So I'm one of the few fortunate ones to be part of this conference, associated with the conference right from the 3rd edition. Was organizing it. So I was student volunteer running around to figure out things. The one thing unique about SPCOM is that it is the structure, the content, the richness of the technical material, and the so many tutorials that given by worldwide experts. I think that is what it attracts the crowd, and I see that the same reason it is a flagship conference for IISc, and then it is continuing the same way. And just a few comments about IEEE, just for the sake of those who are neither IEEE members or student members and who are not part of IISc. We have 5 student-centric initiatives that might be very useful for you. One is Protsahan, where we are giving award for first-time paper publications in IEEE conferences and journals. If you have, including this conference, if it is your first paper, you are eligible to apply. he may be a student member or may not be a IEEE member also. Even for young professionals, it is eligibility is there. And next one is that ComSoc Cup. We are organizing ComSoc Cup this year. We are starting as a first edition. And this is like a student project contest, similar along the lines of SP Cup and the ComSoc Worldwide Cup. This is going to be ComSoc Bangalore Cup. And please look out for the notice where your student project can be displayed. And we are also starting a ComSoc student virtual internship. It's mainly for undergrad students, and for second year, third year, final year students can apply for this, but you must be a ComSoc student member for that. And then the two programs related to PhD program and master's program. PhD edits is something we are giving early feedback on the topics for the PhD students who are registered. And you can get feedback from worldwide, from the domain experts and industry experts and academicians. The final one is the award for 3 awards for best PhD thesis. We actually just concluded the 4th edition of it. Now we started as a Bangalore edition. Now it has become a pan-India event. So we just concluded that where we are giving award for 3 best PhD and master thesis. So just coming back to the conference, I'm sure this enable the knowledge sharing among the researchers and technically enriching experience for the students. And with that, I would like to welcome all again for the conference. Thank you. In fact, I would like to thank Professor Nilesh to invite ComSoc to be part of this conference. So.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Sandeep, one of the technical chairs of IEEE SPCOM. I'll quickly walk you through the technical content of the conference on behalf of the other technical co-chairs, Professor Soma Biswas, if you can, yeah. And she is from Department of Electrical Engineering, IISc, and Saif Mohammed from IIT Delhi. So this is the 14th edition of SPCOM. That means we are a long way, 28 years back. This conference happens once in 2 years. So this time we received a record number of submissions, as Nilesh mentioned, about 366 submissions. And these were the areas, so 50% signal processing and communications, and a few from information theory, machine learning, and few more from communications. So this is the number of submissions that we received as we opened our portal. Typical for any conference, we had our first deadline somewhere around this time, and we were a bit worried. We only got 30 submissions, and we were really worried at this point. So we decided to extend the submissions by close to a month. And then at this point, I received, like, my mailbox was flooded with about 50-60 emails asking for extensions. So we extended the deadline by a few more weeks, and at the end we had about 366 submissions. And in the technical program committee, we had about 156 reviewers helping us with the review tasks. And if you look at the numbers, we were reviewing 288 papers. The remaining ones were desk rejected. So if you look at the numbers, 156 reviewers, 288 papers, you can imagine the workload of the reviewers. So I would like to thank all the reviewers for the efforts and helping us with the reviews. Eventually, we accepted 99 papers with an acceptance rate of 27%. So I'm sure many of you have looked at the web page for the technical program. We are here today. We'll soon start with the plenary session by Professor Prakash. The key highlights of this conference is the panel discussion and the student paper context. I'll tell you more about that. So most of the technical sessions, all the technical sessions will happen in ECE, and plenary sessions and the industry keynotes will happen in faculty hall. So the 99 papers that we accepted are organized into 20 sessions. So at any given point of time, you'll have 2 contributed talks. Those are the green ones here. And this will also be complemented with the invited sessions. I'll talk about that in a second. Yesterday and day before, we had 8 tutorials. I'd like to thank all the tutorial speakers for these very insightful tutorials. This was coordinated by Professor Chandramurthy and Chandramani Singh. The core areas of SPCOM, communications and signal processing, as the name indicates, networks and machine learning. These were the invited speakers. Some of them are here giving their invited talks in person. I would like to thank all of them, and these will complement the contributed talks. And the invited talks were coordinated by Aditya Gopalan. Plenary talks, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have 3 plenary talks by Professor Prakash, Professor Slim, and Professor Alison Noble. All of them are giving the plenary talks in person this week in the faculty hall. These were coordinated by Professor Hari and Professor Joy Kuri. So since this is a hybrid event, we wanted to pull out all the student paper contestants into one session, and we'll have a poster session today, 6 to 7:30. Please feel free to visit these posters. These were selected based on the review scores and the nominations that we received during the review process. This will take place in the ECE foyer. A jury of 4 judges will decide 3 best paper awards that we will present tomorrow here. We also have a graduate day forum. These are graduate students who are close to finishing their PhD. We received about 30 submissions and 6 were accepted. So they will also give a pitch, 15-minute pitch about their PhD thesis today in ECE. This was coordinated by Chandra and Rahul. So a new addition to the SPCOM series is a significant industry present, not only for the sponsorship, but also an active participation. Aloknath will organize a panel discussion on the relevance of signal processing and communication, catering to the current needs of the society. So it will be a panel discussion on Thursday, 6 to 7:30 in EC MP 20. In addition, we have 2 sponsors, Qualcomm and Samsung. They will also give an industry keynote. Kapil and Kiran will represent from Qualcomm and Samsung respectively. So that will happen after the plenary sessions tomorrow and day after. So finally, I would like to thank many of them here, plenary speakers who have traveled all the way from abroad, giving an in-person talk. Invited speakers, 21 of them, and tutorial speakers. This conference is due to all these people, authors who have put their efforts submitting the papers, reviewers, and session chairs helping us organize and manage the sessions, organizing committee members, and mainly student volunteers and office staff from EC. So with that, I will now thank and welcome you again to SPCOM 2022. I hope you all have a technically stimulating and enjoyable conference. So now we'll move on to the plenary session. I will invite Professor Rajesh Sundaresan to take over, his Dean of EECS. Rajesh.